Welcome back to the dojo, y'all. Welcome back to the daily discussions. I got a completely different video for you to do. Not for you to do, for you today. Alright. I want to tell you what it's like to be high. This video is for anybody who never smoked, never been high. You know what I mean? If you ever been drunk, then you might have an idea. Now, it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. The best way I can describe the feeling, right? The first time for me, I got a little lightheaded. You know what I mean? Got a little lightheaded. And I just could not stop laughing. Everything was so funny. Everything was just so funny, right? It didn't matter what it was. It could have been a fly landing on a piece of steel or something, and I would have bust out laughing. I don't know what was wrong with me. It was the first time I ever felt anything like that. It was like a warm, fuzzy feeling overcame me. Felt like I was floating, not extremely high in the sky, just a little bit off the ground, right? And the first time I experienced being high, right? I said, man, that's what it is? They made me think this stuff was gonna kill me, or I wouldn't be able to think straight, or, you know. There's a reason why I wanted to bring this to you today. Because there's a lot of people who never smoked before. I'm not telling you to do it. But if you were ever curious of, what the experience was like, I want to share it with you. There are times when you can be so fried out of your mind that everything just puts you on edge, or, that's paranoia. That's another feeling too. It's usually a place where you can't enjoy it. You got something that's worrying you to death, or you got issues with somebody and you're constantly looking over your shoulder. You know what I mean? The paranoia aspect, I think more often than not, that comes from people who they don't mesh well with it, or they just started smoking again. You know what I mean? Usually when you first start smoking, you smoke in a group setting, so the paranoia isn't as bad, but when you get out of the social aspect, you know what I mean, you want to just chill to yourself, you may start hearing shit that ain't there, or seeing shit. Well, not really seeing shit, but you'll imagine it. You know what I mean? But they say it's a gateway drug. I ain't never go no further than this. What I'm talking about. They say that there's so many benefits to that plant, that herb, right? They say you can make clothes out of the hemp that stem from the plant. You can make all types of adhesive and oils and stuff. It has many different uses. Many different uses. But it was outlawed a long time ago. I don't remember the exact date. It don't matter, because the days that we live in now, it's been legalized. But you also got to be careful with that too, because now that it's legal, they can put whatever the hell up in it, and you ain't gonna be none the wiser. But Is that really different from when it was on the street and you was getting it? If you were one of those ones. I want people to understand weed in and of itself isn't bad. Liquor in and of itself isn't bad. Living in this world that we live in, life can be extremely stressful at times. And sometimes a little drink or a little smoke can take the edge off. It helps you relax. Yeah, there's fires burning on outside, there's missiles flying overhead, but you know what? Ain't nothing you can do about it, so why care? I want to say that it numbs you, but it don't really. There's this term called exacerbate, which I think is the incorrect term for this, but all it really does is just enhances what you already were. You know what I mean? If you was an adrenaline junkie before, you probably gonna be even more so now. If you were lazy before, you ain't gonna do nothing now. If you were a go-getter before, you might be twice as pumped. It's somewhat of an enhancer. It can slow you down a little bit, but when you build up a tolerance, you don't really notice much of a difference. Not saying it's not there, but you can always compensate for whatever you feel like you lacking. One reason why I can appreciate the herb it makes it easier for me to think. There are times when my anxiety goes haywire and I have racing thoughts. It's like I can't sit still. The herb helps me to calm down and mellow out. Like I said before, it has many different uses. But I think the ultimate feeling that you get is a feeling of peace and harmony. A feeling of relaxation. A feeling of oneness. If you've never known what it's like for your spirit, your mind and body to be as one, maybe you'll never know. But the mental doors that marijuana can open is not for everybody. Truly, it's not. One thing I know about anything in life, most things are best in moderation. Everybody has a different perspective on what moderation is, and some people can handle a little bit more than others. The key for any of us in this life, no matter what it is that we indulge in, it is important never to overindulge. Always find your balance. Here and no further. Always find your balance. Because when you get off balance, you get off track. Right? I want you to know that it's not everything that they told you it was. And one of the reasons why I wanted to say this to you is because This is something that I've been indulging in for almost 20 years. I may not have the success that some people have. I may not have the physical ability that I once had. I may not have the want or the desire to go hard in the paint. What it has done is made me more calm, more humble, more relaxed, more patient. Because all of these things were things that I lacked prior. Right? So, for some people, it helps. Some people, it's just not for them. If you've been thinking about it, I recommend for your first time, don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. But everything ain't for everybody. I made a video about that. This isn't really a deep, in-depth discussion. This is just me sharing an experience with you. And I'm trying to articulate it the best way that I can, so you don't get the wrong idea about it, about me, or anybody who partakes or indulges. You are free to think of anyone or anything in whatever way that you will. But before you pass judgment, I just wanted to share my experience with you. If you think that I'm an idiot, that's fine. If you think that I'm intelligent, that's also fine. If you think that I'm misguided and I don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine as well. Ultimately, this life that we live, we have a choice. And the choice is to believe whatever we wish and to do whatever it is that we are able to do when we're able to do it. So, before I go, I want to remind you to live your own life, regardless of what others may say or think about you. You are the one who has to live with you. I made my decisions long ago on who I was going to be, who I wanted to be, and who I did not want to be. If you dislike me, that's because you weren't meant to like me, and that's okay. I probably wouldn't like you anyway. But I hope you learned something today. I hope this little experience that I shared with you can shed some light on the way that you've been viewing people, substances, or situations. Everyone has their own path. You must walk your own as well. With that being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. Hope you're waking up every day with a plan, a purpose, and a smile. And if you're not waking up with a plan, a purpose, and a smile, hey, at least you're waking up. Till next time, y'all. Class is dismissed. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because it does me a world of good, and I appreciate all the new subscribers and likes and shares that I've been getting. Thank you.